steam that is generated from the exhaust gas heat coming from two Siemens Westinghouse gas turbines, which are also identical units. The steam flows to the steam turbine through three steam lines. These steam lines operate at different temperatures and pressures. Main steam runs at 1,626.6 pounds per square inch absolute at 1,050 degrees Fahrenheit. Main steam may also be referred to as high pressure or HP steam. When the steam arrives at the bypass intersection, it can either be bypassed back to the HRSG via the cold reheat line or continue on to the steam turbine. From the bypass valves, main steam continues on to its isolation valves. From the isolation valves, the steam goes to the steam turbine enclosure, where it has two sets of stop and control valves. There's one set of valves for each main steam line that passes to the main steam section of the turbine. Reheat, or intermediate pressure steam, runs at 342.5 psi at 1,050 degrees Fahrenheit. Reheat steam may also be referred to as cold reheat, for reheat steam returning to the HRSG, or hot reheat, for reheat steam leaving the HRSG. The steam arrives at its bypass intersection, where it will either bypass to the condenser or continue on to the steam turbine. From the bypass valves, reheat steam continues on to its isolation valves. After passing the isolation valves, the reheat steam arrives at the steam turbine enclosure. There are two sets of stop and control valves on each side of the steam turbine for reheat steam. The LP steam leaves the HRSG at 79.2 psi at 606.7 degrees Fahrenheit. LP steam arrives at the bypass intersection, where it is either bypassed to the condenser or continues on to the steam turbine. After the bypass intersection, the steam travels to the line's isolation valves. From the isolation valves, the LP steam travels to the steam turbine enclosure. There is one control valve and one stop valve on the low-pressure steam line. Steam drum through the low-pressure economizer from the condensate pumps. The LP economizer discharges into the LP drum. The flow to the LP drum is regulated by the condensate regulator control valve located before the LP economizer inlet. The condensate regulator receives a control signal based on LP drum level. The condensate flows through the LP economizer to finally discharge into the LP drum. During startup of the unit, condensate can be recycled through the economizer by means of a condensate recirculation pump. Condensate recirculation is performed when gas side and water side temperatures are low enough to allow accumulation of moisture or sweating on the gas side surface of the LP economizer tubing. Such sweating can lead to corrosion and fouling of the tube fins, resulting in a loss of heat transfer efficiency. The condensate feed into the LP drum is evenly distributed in the drum by the distribution header. Each of the different pressure drums, LP, IP, and HP, have similar headers for distributing water flow to the drum. The LP drum contains a condensate distribution header, primary separator, and secondary separator. Primary separators aid in releasing the steam bubbles from the water in the LP evaporator. The secondary separator serves as a dryer for the saturated steam as it leaves the drum. The LP evaporator produces the steam-water mixture that rises to the LP drum. The steam-water mixture coming from the evaporator enters the drum in the primary steam separator, where water and steam are separated. Before leaving the drum, the steam passes through the secondary separator, a wire mesh-type steam dryer, and leaves the drum through the saturated steam line. Safety valves protect the HRSG steam systems against excessive pressure by relieving steam when exceeding the set pressure. Safety valves are installed on steam drums, superheaters, and reheaters. The electronic relief valves, or ERVs, protect the HRSG steam systems against excessive pressure by relieving steam when exceeding the set pressure. ERVs are installed on superheaters only. Their set pressure is slightly below the set pressure of the corresponding safety relief valve. The steam silencers reduce the noise of the expanding steam from the safety relief and electronic relief valves. Intermediate pressure steam from the intermediate superheaters. Intermediate pressure steam leaves the intermediate pressure steam drum and first passes through the IP superheater. The steam comes out at the bottom of the IP superheater and travels up the side of the HRSG to the steam delivery headers located just east of the HP drum. IP steam from the IP superheater mixes with the cold reheat steam from the HP steam turbine exhaust. The IP and cold reheat mixture of steam then flows through the Reheat Superheater 1 section. At the bottom of the HRSG, the steam comes out of Reheat Superheater 1 and flows through the reheat loop. At the top of the reheat loop, the steam goes through a de-superheater spray to cool the steam before going through the final stage of superheat. The steam then goes from the reheat loop and travels back under the HRSG and flows upward through the 2 racks of Reheat Superheater 2. At the top of the rack, pipes from the top of the 2 reheat superheaters connect to the top reheat header that delivers the steam to the steam turbine. Hot reheat steam leaves the top of the HRSG and flows down the side of the HRSG. Low pressure steam drum and flows to and through the low pressure superheater. Low pressure steam leaves the low pressure superheater from the bottom of the HRSG on the north side. The LP superheater is controlled by motor-operated isolation valves SGA MBV 1108 and 1109 for Unit 1 and 2108 and 2109 for Unit 2. Leaving the isolation valves, the steam line turns up and runs horizontally to the east. The low-pressure steam exiting the low-pressure superheater then turns up again and travels toward the LP bypass to condenser intersection. The low-pressure bypass line is used during startup or steam turbine trip conditions when low-pressure steam needs to be bypassed to the superheater 1. After exiting superheater 1, the steam passes to superheater 2. The HP steam then travels up and out of HP superheater 2 and flows to the de-superheater loop. At the top of the de-superheater loop, the steam flows through a de-superheater spray that cools the steam before it passes into the next stage of superheaters. From the de-superheater spray, the steam flows to and through HP superheater 3. After exiting superheater 3, the superheated steam flows to the final main steam superheater, superheater 4. After passing through main steam superheater 4, the steam passes to the main steam transport line. 2 motor-operated steam isolation valves are located at the outlet of main steam from the HRSG. Main steam leaves the top of the HRSG and flows down the side of the HRSG, passing through the expansion loop. Expansion loops are placed in the steam line to minimize stress as the steam piping passes through a wide range of temperatures.